Hey, State Berg here from our game of video. Again, playing some more Disco Elysium. So in the last episode, we talked to those fine gentlemen. We gotta talk to them again. I just need to run back to that shop and buy some.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You press the large button marked Commencer. It sounds like telling you within a click, then silent. Of course and the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself got.
I go back that way too. Anyways. I got stuff I could sell, right? I got items, yeah. Empty cassette tape. Hello.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I wanted to ask what my...
Sure thing. Sure, man.
I have some stuff
Sure.
I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell
I'm
some.
not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
I have a vest.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale. Aphotic paths?
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
I'll check it.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Ooh, that I may save.
Another time, perhaps.
Look at all that money. I have to something to do over here now that I get the red paint. Actually, why the f did I sell the rifle? I could have used the rifle for something else.
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come
No
to mind.
barking. Fuck the police. Mother of all walls. No parking. Yeah, the mother, yeah, no. Yeah, that. The pictogram seems like my style.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Actually, why the hell did I sell the rifle? Like a boss, I could have probably got that fixed up. Maybe I could buy it back. No, I feel kind of... No, fuck it. I don't feel right selling that. I didn't feel right selling off that rifle. Something about what I did didn't sit right with me. Get the paint. I could sell the empty reel though. So the empty reel and the postcards. And the chicken. I don't think I'm gonna need a tax. Oh wait, no, the taxidermy is whirling rags. The postcards. And no, the king. I could do the lieutenant's handkerchief. I didn't feel right selling off the rifle.
The porter reel, you press the large button marked. It sounds telling within a click. Of course, yeah, and got.
I'm still gonna sell some stuff. I'm just probably gonna sell the postcards like I'm doing. It just didn't feel right selling the freaking. It just didn't feel right selling the goddamn. It did not feel right selling that rifle. Especially since you can use those items.
Hello, hello.
Let's sell
Sure.
some.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Not the brush.
Another time.
Yeah, just something about. Yeah, something about it just didn't feel right. Just something about it didn't feel right. I didn't feel right selling it. Not until I've done something with it. Who knows? Maybe I could have refurbished the rifle. Better than I...
Paintbrush? Check. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
At the mother of all walls. That's also something I'd probably... yeah.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Hello.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I thought you could tell. The mother of all walls. I don't know, I feel like quick saving ever so often just in case freaking something happens. You don't know what this game. You know, while I'm in the area, maybe I'll convince the guy with the little legs to sing some. Hello.
Hello, compatriote.
Racist. He's, you know what? He's one of those. He's like the worst kind too. Like, he's just like, oh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
There's 5 uses left, 6 uses left. Yeah. Leaves just enough money for freaking. Let's go see about that taxidermy. You know, while I'm in the neighborhood and such. Who are you? Oh, you're the smoking guy.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around, become involved. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
I want to hear more.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
But what do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You don't even know who you are anymore.
But does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
Nah, that's not
Sure
me.
thing, officer. What do you want to know next?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room's upstairs.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
Tell me about that muscular type who came to investigate the
Oh
crime.
yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Don't tell him
What
about your
friend?
friend. Your Sunday friend, the
No,
witness.
I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other defining traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You were right. He was a magical bureaucrat. I didn't like him as much.
Shoot. Why not?
Who he
A
is?
visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return
To
where?
his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
Wait, what are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why was he staying in your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, gendarme? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Just realized that. You get an x-ray of the inside of his skull. Well, I gotta talk about taxidermy now.
Can I help you?
About my bill
Got
for
the
the
20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Grant, I found a new bird for the whirling. Give him the ruffled goose.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie, just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90. Or you get a heart attack from running.
Grant, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear up in a sad style.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Why do you even have a PA system if no one's gonna use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in
A
44?
lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. It's for your clients. I know its use.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I pay my bills, and I have a right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's all right. I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
It's time to sing some karaoke.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours. Yes, you could always do it in the evening. It will be less scary with a lot of people.
I'll do it in the evening. Time to go back to the drunks. Do I got any? Let's wait. You know what? If I go to clothes, do I got anything that burns up trauma? Oh, that's burning up trauma. Oh, the mesh tank top. the bow tie. Burns. Puts too drama up. I'll just wear that when I go to actually sing. But it's not the evening yet. It's time to go see my drunk friends. Apparently it was also supposed to be a freaking... Let's quick save before this.
The noxious...
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not... Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. He snorts and
Don't call Abigail. Don't call her.
The man hiccup.
Don't you fucking call her.
The drunk man. He does not say...
Don't.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. So what's happening? Yeah.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the...
It's good to hear that you're on top. Sadly...
It is doom spiral.
there's Revachol, man.
This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation.
We... Okay, so now it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. We've...
No, you sure don't.
Maybe. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Hey, let's not jump. You got here word on...
It is. Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably.
It was a late one moment
Guys,
we hear the sound of a motor.
Do you remember the sound of wood crack?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest. Anyway, sounded...
3...
What we... The time! So natural. The time hath come for tequila sunset. The end of all things. Yeah, looms.
Your hands...
We ran towards the ice. When we finally recognized...
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
How long do you...
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Now that's a story.
It was the greatest thing this fishing village has seen since Rosemary tried to use a crab to open his beer.
Aye, that was a classic too.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me up?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here. Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did they say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Did we talk of politics?
Yeah, you seemed really mad about immigrants for some reason.
Yep.
I'd rather not get into the details. It was pretty low concept.
Did you get a read of what kind of cop I was?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
As you've already determined, the actual number is 216. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
I don't need...
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Seem like a character occurrence by storytelling. You want to tell me another story from sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
You want to tell me how you became an idiot doom spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old idiot doom spiral?
I got
a bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I got some sweet corn red.
Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high-concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging
It
help?
did. With my trusty Sansaric tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down,
on my ass
I
more
always
times than I
got
can
up.
count. God.
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Well, look on the bright sides. You got one hell of a story.
Yeah. Maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own. But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Why do you keep losing all this
Good
stuff?
fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece Lycra tracksuit?
Yeah, Lycra. That must be their Adidas.
I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass, But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
What's the name of your agency?
My agency. Man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
Sounds intriguing. What say you, Art Cop? If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Mixing high and low commodified culture, that's extremely my shit.
I know! It was fucking awesome! Too bad I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away.
What's up with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
Oh, it's the material. I thought it was the name of the company.
You really shouldn't touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it. Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers, so you also have that to look forward to. And then there's the smell, but you don't even want to think about that.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them anytime.
What about the other drunks?
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
Hey, tequila! You want to buy some speed?
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
I thought he was a cool cop.
A gurgling sound comes from the direction of the non-responsive man.
And yeah, you're already acquainted with abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together. Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
I already found that filthy jacket near the boardwalk.
Holy shit! Tequila, how did you... Never mind, I don't care. Just let me see the jacket. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, what do you expect? They left it outside for a few weeks.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
Underneath the accumulated filth, the jacket itself appears to be stain resistant. Maybe it just needs a good scrubbing.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Now, what about the speed?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I've got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner, great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine. Hi, by amphetamine, I mean speed.
Right, got it.
Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the visitor.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I've got everyone on my hook.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
It says, I approve.
Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Let's keep it moving. In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway. The legend returns. You know the...
It's 15. It's 15 bucks, but you know I could get some speed. Gotta collect some bottles. Get 50. Look at a measly 15 bucks. Honestly, any kind of I gotta get myself some money. Which means bottle collecting. I mean tear collecting. If there's any more bottles in this area, I'd be...
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
I need to run around that new area and collect as many bottles as... I feel like that's the only time in my life I'll ever get that excited over it. But you know what? That'll be the only time in my life, ever, where I'll ever get overly excited for amphetamines. 'Cause I don't do that shit in real life. It's just that's the thing. This ain't real life. This is a game about a guy going in a downward spiral. It's a 15 real, man, and it's, I just need 15 real. I thought this was a... I just realized it's raining over here.
see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Kim?
What? Kim? No, it's you. You. You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like this?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Don't I've ever eaten a burger out of the
You
trash?
have. The body remembers.
Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive. I am the
Own
seagull.
it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
Let's talk to the woman. Okay.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
If you can't see, how do you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I'm a cop. I don't cause trouble. I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I've been here before.
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen were we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I'm an ill omen, alright?
You're still welcome here as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could somebody stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is
I
it?
won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Okay, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
What's in this?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a known place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place. There's gotta be something
Over
here.
there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox, what's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happens to the What happens to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives in this
Well,
village?
there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Oh yeah, a couple of drunks
I'm
there.
sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then, and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This
there-
is who we are.
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Alright, there's another top I'd like to
She
test.
nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further
Not
down the coast?
much. There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is on down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Permanent or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else to know?
She nods,
Oh.
rinsing another piece of cloth.
Tell me.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Yerfins Harry Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
I found this jacket. It's a bit filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna forge the signatures. A Phelan. Is that track? It's gonna hurt me a lot more.
Tequila sunset.
Here's that jacket, freshly washed.
My jacket?
Yeah, the one you had. Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off of.
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
What are you talking about?
Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila talking about?
Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional. Found. That's medium concept stuff.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
I went through a lot of dark shit to get this jacket just for you. Take the fucking jacket.
You know what? Fine. Maybe I can pawn it for some booze.
Aye, good thinking.
Can I, since I'm talking to talk.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Or people could be watching you here. Okay, so how about in here?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in. Take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12.
Everett's men could be watching you. Where? Oh, I got that. Oh, that's right. I got the new place.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
My new hangout where I could sit and drink.
Behind the half-built cinder block house at the other end of the village, there are 3 people drinking. Your new crew. You don't need the old crew. Oh no, you have a new crew to get drunk with. You already were a part of their crew once. You can get drunk with them again. You're probably going to hang out there a lot, behind that cinder block house. It's where you belong. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Yes.
A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
I don't want to look like a pansy. I'm not gonna sell the gun. Oh, let's see what my guy has to say here.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and
I never tried doing it in the safety of my own home. I never tried forging it in the safety of the little fucking lone room.
You take the legal documents out of the
It's a little... It's funny, it's because, like, where could they be possibly watching from?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Anything else that brings up interfacing? Nope, but you know what?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and with a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
Two names, Elizabeth Soons and Lieutenant Carter.
Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures. But they're not, and the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Everard will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore.
It's always a good day to fuck over Everett. It's over here. There's just money in there. It's funny how they could be watching that random shack, but a shack no different from the shack I was just in. They weren't watching.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew I could use this mailbox for something.
Other than kicking, you were right.
Drop the envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Okay. Time to go and see Everett. Who knows, maybe there's some cash money in it for me too. With the totally legitimate, definitely help him out signatures. Yeah, no. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him.
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawers.
That's the drama of. I guess I could. I can do volition at some point. But...
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
I do not have anything that can increase my rhetoric. It's time to see my favorite little buddy. Got anything new to say to me?
Oh, hey, mister. No trouble at all, mister.
Oh, no. Hey, oh, Everett.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
It's done. I mailed the signatures to you. You asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry.
Yeah, the signatures you wanted.
Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and proven yourself a real Kingsman who's not afraid to make the tough decisions. I know I can trust you now. You're in my inner circle. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Can I get my gun
Harry,
now?
I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Fine,
An
where
old
is it?
woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun stole the woman that bought from
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She's waving the gun around
As
at
I
people?
said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
You set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Did you order the hangman?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What did you gain from being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
Yes, but what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Harry. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Ever heard of the 2 giant super helmets that can do an entire colony? That can do an entire colony of bees. They destroyed it.
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
What about the
Harry, there is no strike,
How is the
only
country
war.
free?
Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait, is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
Why you haven't let Joyce in here? Is that why you haven't let Joyce in here?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
Why are you telling me this plan?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How many of you guys are in the union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you going to fund this new independent
Oh,
harbor?
you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new
Ironic,
revenue streams.
you using the word parasite.
That's drugs.
By bold new revenue, you mean drug trade?
Drug trade? Now you're being stupid, Harry. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Summer and Isola.
But it would be perfectly legal if it was an independent harbor. That's what the...
All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Wow, a neurochemical, psychoactive labor uprising stroke hostile takeover.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
So you don't have to give up on speed, and the kids on the street don't have to give up on speed and subversions.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Harry. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
I bet this is, I'll admit, this is a well put together plan and far removed from you. I meant, this is a well put together plan and far removed from you.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one
libertarian
economic body.
rule.
We're going to incorporate this place
Not
to
your
Kingdom
union
Come.
bullshit.
Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
I'm not feeling the whole lot of revachol here. Not enough flags or kings.
Harry, the future I have in store for Martinez will have all the macho aesthetics you love so much. The crowns, the guns. I will even slip in a skull and bones for you, my friend.
Oh yeah, skull and bones. Skull and bones on a revacholian flag. The revacholian death squad. Oh yeah. The visual image has completely bedazzled you. You're 100% with Everard now.
Yeah. Only one problem with that. Signatures I got. I know your plan is to force them out of the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed because I helped you?
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, Harry, we are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on a coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
You've sent her... You really think it's
Yes, I do.
That?
I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress.
I sabotage you,
This
so I know it's
post-war
not gonna
limbo,
work.
I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that. And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
Wait, will you erect a statue of yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
I knew you were up to
Damn
something.
right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him, as he thinks of her.
Can I ask you about specific Union members?
We're way past specific Union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Nah. I put in place for his downfall, not a... I've... Fuck it. Okay, I got... That way I can see if I can...
Oh, hey, mister. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Look, it seems...
Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about Union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Talk to me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some Union business. Not even in Revachol, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the Union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too.
Tell me about Montes.
He's a Union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some Union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
That's precisely what he is. Everard's dragon.
Tell me about this.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent it flings whales around.
Tell me about Everett.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
Tell me about Renee.
The Night Guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Oh, what? Just son was your human studies teacher?
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
So.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Okay, I'm off. I'm gonna quick save. I could play for a little longer.
Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello, is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent. Try again.
There's somebody in there I'd like to talk to.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Holy.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello?
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, good sir? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
How did you become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
And blow. Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's like being extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right, capital accumulation is a reward.
Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I've heard people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, walking each other with bones.
That would suck.
Nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence. Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey! All this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't know how to put it, but you look look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean like, you didn't even see you if someone happened to be the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
So you're telling me that you're so rich the light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Surens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
We're in modern days, the district of Revachol, the former capital of the world.
Ah, Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
So you're traveling from place to places via shipping container?
It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Yeah, it does seem pretty tiresome.
Don't get me wrong. They are nice things, But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
Good. Now, sorry.
Go right ahead.
You're a rich investor, right? So I can have some money?
Sure. Let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Unbelievable. You managed to meet a man who's so rich,
fair.
life literally bends around him, and all you can get out of him is 3 real? What's wrong with you?
No, thanks for your kindness.
You know, maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
If business planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
I should invest in the Elysium.
The volunteer police force. And why would I do that?
So, who will?
I don't believe in handouts, especially for people who volunteer for their positions. Still, the idea of a privatized police force is extremely forward-thinking. You could even say it's ultra liberal. Tell me, if you could invest in the RCM, where would you direct your resources?
Bigger guns. Large caliber motherfuckers that leave exit wounds the size of grapefruits.
And larger caliber weapons for patrol officers.
Take an incompetent and corrupt police force and give them deadlier weapons? No, that won't work. You need to think bigger. The entire org structure of the RCM needs to be redefined. You need a unified chain of command. An end to petty spots between precincts. New metrics for measuring performance that reward real police work. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Hell no. Can you imagine how much work that would take? Why would I do that when I can just speculate on exotic financial derivatives from the comfort of this shipping container? The thing about investing is that the less work you have to do, the better. Don't overthink. That's what return on investment means. Now, what there anything else I could help you with?
I should get back to
So
it.
soon. I feel with so much more to talk about. Well, until next time.
Or it's a retriable thing, so and more phone numbers I can call while I'm here.
The payphone.
Because there's not really much else I can do except for go and wait for. Why'd I sell? Why'd I go and sell the freaking? Why'd I go? I could have. Christ sake, that old lady gave me a room. That probably negates the freaking. let's wait for a little bit.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Oh, wait 1 hour.
You finally stop picking your nose. Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay. You're really starting to regret the poor way you handled your own sidearm. Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay. You're really starting to regret the poor way you handled your own sidearm. Time passes. The sun draws ever closer to the horizon. The sky is a panorama of intense colors. The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
Let's go to the coast. Yeah, I don't think it's any more fucking bottles.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
Wait a minute, was it taking
Get
anything
on the
out?
ground! I want you on the pavement right now! Then subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
Confined quarters, assailant coming at me! Split-second decision! Fire up well!
Oh, I see. Okay, the gun was empty. All is good. You're fine.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun. Right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up my
No
gun.
one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
This limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is grinding to a halt. Tired of walking the desert, it doesn't want to feel or think anymore. Okay, you need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
sorry. I'm very sorry this is how your life turned out
Her
for you.
scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What am I gonna do?
The catatonic woman, especially now that she's unarmed, doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone but herself.
Easy there, Patrol Officer Pigs. Your heart's in the right place.
The catatonic woman doesn't understand, probably even hear your kind words. She just is.
Titus wants to be the sheriff. I'll tell him where to find you. Maybe he'll know your family.
Please leave the radio on. Mr. Moran is on Channel 8.
Reflex to what? Being left alone? She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
My gun! Let's plop one in drama.
The woman stands slumped. Is one of those things a police cap? The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Pick up the RCM.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
I guess I got a couple of places to hit.
The mother of Hugh.
Okay, so that's empty. I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna end the video here. I can do an extra long one here.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The state you
So, are you ready for your thing now?
I'm gonna quick save before this.
The state you
So, are you ready for your thing now?
The air is someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
I would often go there
God.
to the tiny church there. The smallest church in Sansan. Though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there. Towards the Seven Sisters. Towards those pale cliffs there.
I can roll that better.
I would often stay there. In the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone.
And this is why we save, folks.
None of this matters. At all.
And this is why we quick save, folks. Fuck it, it brings up my drama. It looks ridiculous, but eh.
The state you feel it.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The air is thick with anticipation.
I wanted to avoid wearing the mesh shirt, but I'm guessing.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Because I knew I was gonna.
I would often go there. To the tiny church there.
That's way better.
The smallest church in Sansan. Though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Sit down, stay alone.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hand shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I dedicate this song to my partner again. He's not here right, even though he's not here right now.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. Now get this fucking shit off me. Get my getting badass shirt back on. What's my other tie?
It's you again. What is it?
I just found a bullet.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
If you hanged them, how are they getting there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I'm gonna ask you one. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was cover up for a shoot.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Did you guys
shoot
him?
I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
I meant before he was hanged.
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, I'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, Lawman.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Dr. Joyce, the merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
They're forming some kind of tribunal. They're coming for you.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
Did you hear a single giant hornet can kill 40 bees in a minute?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees and they're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
This Crenell is bad news, you know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Josie said they gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay,
Funny.
man.
Don't get hit by a stray bullet.
I guess I'm gunning you down right alongside them. There's an old catatonic lady in the fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs your help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
If you want to be local law enforcement, these kinds of things fall on your shoulders.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Courong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everett's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
She had my
You
gun.
absolute fool.
You're fucking with me. Your gun. She had your fucking gun.
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear.
Honesty is the best
pigs
policy,
lost
man.
his gun to the pigs.
Well, At least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions.
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Moraine LaPlante. Moraine LaPlante.
Fuck you, pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometime.
Who is she?
Was, like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then.
How did she get like this?
Yet wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, she... Shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
There's someone who wants to set the world right before the end. You ever think of that?
No, I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
Yeah, Carl. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs level weird. But whatever gets you through the day.
Where'd you get all the cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Thanks for helping this one, Tice.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Establish authority.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
We believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
I get it, Tice. You guys really are the 40 here.
Huh?
You must be, just like the real cops, drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm also a big fan of beer. I'm jerking off instead of helping people. No, I get drunk, so drunk I drove my car in the sea. I don't give a shit either. I just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations, I seen all you're sitting around talking about Mariah's titties while there's still a rape victim. Well, there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Someone's been raped. She needs consultation. We need to talk to her.
Titus?
Oh, great.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, A freight train of pain, buddy.
What's her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's I'm on due. With an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
I can't see what that says.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
Oh, come.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentence. Nothing you can cop gives.
Oh, I saved after this.
The stage, you feel a little.
So, are you ready for your...
The stage is, you feel.
So, are you ready?
The air is, someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
You can't pause. That's the problem with skipping through.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson. Though it once was larger, how the real may rest there, down through
Well, I gotta try
the
this again
mist
because
there,
I don't want to leave it at. I thought I saved after this.
towards the 7 Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there.
There's a way to skip it.
I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone.
I gotta reload it and then do it correctly. I don't want.
None of this matters. And all.
I did not mean the. Wait, hold on.
The stage, you feel.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I...
The air, someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay.
But this time I'm gonna
here we
click
go.
save after. Well, I really should have quick saved
I
after.
would often go there. To the tiny church there. The smallest church in San. Though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there.
This time I'm not gonna
down through
admit my gun's
the
gone.
mist there.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of stupid.
Toward the Seven Sisters.
Honesty may have not been the best policy there.
Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Yeah, fucking.
A lazy applause fills the room.
Good.
Last words.
Ah. Quick save. Right here.
It's you again. What is it?
Yeah.
A bullet, you say? Well,
it's bound to happen.
Sire, it would...
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told...
You know what,
Around the bush.
All the goofing around is to avoid...
Shit!
Yeah, Glenn likes...
Before? After?
Never.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
A witness? That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others. Anything witness.
Where?
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Yeah, right.
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make? Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means a whole scene along.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see? It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking. Weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to beat up his...
Nervous, snickering.
Let them come.
Yeah.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch.
The fuck is...
We're not...
Easy. Yeah.
What are they now, huh?
We got weapons of our own. I guess we're good.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah. You haven't even seen the whole shit.
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to.
What do you mean, okay? Funny. Don't get hit by a stray bullet.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swear you believe.
Huh? You got it.
Not quite there.
Speak.
They don't know, man.
So.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid.
You want it. If you don't, lost you.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name. With your eyes...
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
What's your relationship?
I know her. Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
She's not from around here?
You mean revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent.
What's with their relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So I am the raped. When was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
We could establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
You said your party. That's cool. That's cool. But what do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Drugs?
Yeah, we did them. What's that to you?
So you said saying you two were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
I think I think I know her.
You don't know her.
Sure,
Not
I do.
the way I do.
Thanks, I'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
I guess now let's talk to let's talk to the victim. Let's get all this fucking stupid shit off. I look ridiculous with the comfortable clothes on here. The hat can stay. I like that.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
Run your fingers across the dent.
This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me, please. Remember? Who was that meant for? The words still echo in the hallway. There we go. Fucking whore. What a nice thing to say, Harry. Everything is A-okay with you.
Knock.
There is no answer. It's nighttime, officer. A young woman like this is probably out partying the night away. Drink and drugs. Sweet drugs are involved. Loneliness be gone. In the Jamrock Quarter, the Elysium for music, company and men, or the door to the river for death and synthetic opiates. Away in the east in Coron, in a starlit boîte de nuit like La Chiotte, far from here, and you, shivering dog.
Anything else? I could probably find him once. That's being up.
The lieutenant's door is closed. No response. Still no response. Where is he? Isn't it party o'clock? Is he not worried that you haven't found the murder weapon yet? You hear the sound of a drawer closing, followed by the shuffling of feet.
Yes, what is it? What time is it? Isn't it always party time with you? Good night, Harry.
Wait, how is that possible? He shouldn't even be home. Oh, that's not in the world. Yes.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On ferrotape.
Spinning and spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain and the snow? I don't want to. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
That's on him.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of this world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the money, baby. For revachol. Always and only revachol.
Revachol? I thought it was revachol.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I can't give up. I have to keep going for revachol.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow on your cheek?
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. You were right, brother.
What's going on?
Back there, in your sleep, all the weak-willed delinquents, dilly-dalliers, foreign moneylenders, insane anarchists, and yes, the women. They've run this place to ruin.
Those sons of bitches.
The game was rigged from before you even knew how the pieces move, soldier.
What's going on in my gut? Didn't I eat enough? I do feel like everything's gone to shit.
It has, brother. But we are going to turn back time. A solemn gurgle emanates from your stomach. I will send you back to the time when the sun had not yet vanished, when it was still setting into the sea. The time of the suzerain, the time when love was still possible.
Think all of that, all of the possibilities. I want this.
To go back with the knowledge and the experience you now have, and to do it all over. Do it richtig this time. Protect the suzerainty, clean up the city, revive disco music, and get her back. You could save Revachol. You could be the man, brother.
Wait, get who back?
Second chances are not about questions. They are about actions. Are you ready to start taking action, brother?
Okay, how do we do this?
There must be others like you. Men who long for the days when words like loyalty and love meant something. People whose yearning for the past is so great they barely live in the present. Those are the men you need to find. Those are the guys who know.
How do I find these men?
Think. Maybe you've already met someone like that.
No one really misses the good old days like Redeem.
Now we're making bank. A man with guts and a memory. I felt it too. He could be a treasure trove of wisdom. Who else?
The fat loyal man who's giving off the longing vibes.
Bullseye. And that's the vibe we're looking for. Those are the people with answers. And by longing, you meant blatantly racist, right? Now, there is a man who values the past with passion. And you know how the saying goes. He who clings to the past shapes the future. That is not a saying. It makes no sense. Measurehead is exactly the kind of man who'd know how to step back into the past.
The grey-haired lawyer made no something.
No, not her. She's a woman. Anyone else?
No one else comes to mind.
Don't worry. That's what your gut is for. Feeling these things out. Let me be your eyes, and when I know for sure someone's got that special something, I'll tip you off. 3 to 4 traditionalists should do it. No need to go crazy with those guys.
Alright, I'm in.
History will remember us, and this time we don't have to worry about her being kind. Praeterea Redia, Kingsman. Charge for revachol. Charge for love.
I wonder, is there any tears in the building itself? A tear in. I probably should be looking for. Actually, no, do I?
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled. Somewhere, not far from here, the lieutenant is preparing her file. Clausia Amandu, he writes. You realize the detective should be here for what comes next. It could prove dangerous to go in alone.
Ah! Detective! No, Lieutenant.
Yes?
Alright, bro.
What do you want to know? Good.
What happens if I put my gun in my hand?
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. A Villiers 9mm pistol, where Insulindian steel meets revachol craftsmanship. With it thou wilt protect the fair people of thine homeland and keep the visitors at check.
Oh yeah, you don't want the visitors out of control.
guess?
If you... Last time I saw those little tiny red worm things left unchecked. They,
A small cabinet on the wall.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel.
Let's talk to the lawyer, man.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
I'm trying to turn back time. Can you help me, brother?
You've got to be kidding me. What is this, detective?
Relax, Kim. It'll only be a minute.
No, it won't be. And even if it were, it would be a waste of a minute. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime.
My friend, I don't know what you're after, but I have to tell you, there's no turning back time. I've seen the demographic reports. I know what our experts say. Our greatest days as a people are behind us, and we're not going back.
What about ancient fascist magic?
Trust me, brother. I've done the research. Fascist magic just ain't true.
What am I supposed to do then?
That's the question, isn't it? People think you and me got it so easy, but the reality is it's fucking hard to be a regular guy these days.
Is he serious right now? The rumbling in your stomach says there's something not quite right with this one.
You know, I get funny looks from people all the time. I know they're looking at my gut. I can see that. Big fucking deal. A guy put on a little weight. Who cares?
Alert. We detect major body image disturbance. He's really got himself worked up now. Dangerous stores of pent-up emotion there. He grinds a cigarette butt into the pavement and quickly lights another.
Time, yeah? Listen, man. Do you even understand how hard we've got it? How completely stacked the whole rotten deck is against people like you and me?
Time, Lorryman. Can you reverse
the
it?
Lorryman looks at you like he can't decide whether he wants to smash something or break down in tears. The silence is heavy and uncomfortable.
No, I can't help you. And I'll tell you why. 'Cause there's no point, you hear me? Unless you believe in ancient fascist magic like some wannabe magus.
The lieutenant doesn't utter a word, but his face says, "I told you so." This fool is a colossal waste of time. There's no Kingsman inside him, just self-loathing and entitlement. Let's keep searching.
Right, I'm going. Renee, my man. Gotta respect your elders, after all.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
Right. I need to go back in time. Can you help me?
The lieutenant flashes you a quick side glance. His posture tenses.
What? Now, I'm sure the officer means it figuratively, like a forensic technique or something, right?
Yeah, right. Friends, technically. Can you help me or not?
Forensic techniques are your forte, not mine, officer. Find another fool. I will not be part of your joke.
No, I literally need to go back in time for revachol.
Bon song, son. You must have a loose screw up there or something. Sounds like you really mean it. All right. I will entertain this fantasy if you tell me What interest does an RCM officer have in time travel?
Oh, you're in for a treat, officer. Seeing the playful side of old René, he is about as rare as a red rainbow.
Not actually that rare. It's just that red or monochrome rainbows usually occur at sunrise or sunset, when blue and green wavelengths are scattered before reaching water droplets. Fewer eyes to see them then.
Men have lost their way. I want to guide them back, like a beacon.
Even after the revolution, after the beachhead, there was a chance. Had we just stayed true to our values. It happened slowly, like a seedling growing into a tree. Tiny incremental steps, imperceptible till the ticket was so thick you couldn't clear it with a flamethrower.
I know. I could get history back on track.
The right track? This is the right track. The only track. This is the world we shaped. A reflection of what we are. Cowardly, ugly, and numb. And there are no second chances. We don't deserve them. You can't just go back and restart. That would make everything meaningless.
Easy, René. Take it easy. You're right. Absolutely right. What was, and that's it. Isn't that right, officer?
His eyes seem to be pleading with you.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Imbecile. Un putain d'imbécile.
Enough, officer. We can't help you. Not with this. Such an emotional topic. But don't worry. I'm sure there's something else old René or I can assist you with.
The Carabinier is too old and feeble to be useful. But you will carry on. Mouvere tempore, Kingsman. For the tenacious, no road is impassable.
Anything else you want? Or can...
Well, there's only one more person I can... Unless this guy maybe wants to.
Right to work!
No, you're the mercenary. Now we're about the Sumerian.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I need to find a way to turn back time.
God damn it. It's becoming a thing now, huh?
Kim, you cannot even comprehend the importance of this.
No, I cannot. Just make it quick, please.
Observe. Like a peasant hoping to bet a nobler woman. The ham sandwich is reaching straight for the advanced concepts. No humility, awareness, or respect.
Get your dirty hick dick away from these advanced concepts, peasant.
To comprehend time, you must possess at least a basic understanding of how reality works, what the rules are. The look of infinite astoundment in your eyes says you have no idea.
I admit I've re-entered this reality quite recently. Things are a bit still a bit hazy.
The concepts you reach for are far beyond you, Poopa. Without the necessary vocabulary, you are only wasting my time. Educate yourself first. Talk to people and understand the basics.
This again. Guess we need to return to Mr. Monolith once we've gotten a better understanding of the whole reality thing. A studious approach seems like a good direction. Turn it into science. Just remember, minimum effort. Let things get too brainy, and bang, you're a beaner clot. No one wants that.
Come back to me when you've mastered the raison.
Some Oh, by the way, Kim, I am, you know what, I gotta end this video. It's like, it's encroaching like 3 hours now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay Burke signing out. See y'all next one. Goodbye. Hope you guys having a good one. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a new monitor, which means I'm gonna forego with this television, which means well, you're gonna be looking in this direction, which means you're not gonna see this. Same room, just you're not gonna see this. The camera's probably gonna be facing. The camera's gonna be facing from the monitor, which means it's gonna be facing this direction, which means you'll be looking over there. But I hope you guys have a good one. Stay Burke signing out. See you all next one. Goodbye. Peace.